अच्छा हम उसको फॉलो करेंगे, बिल्कुल गाड़ी के आगे खड़ा है। ठीक है जी, ठीक है जी। राशिद हम रेडी हैं। सर खैरियत से। अच्छा जी, हम वो सेंटर वाला कैमरा फॉलो कर रहे हैं। ठीक है जी, कोई कैमरा लाइव जा रहा है कि पीछे क्यों आ रहा है? बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम, अस्सलाम वालेकुम तमाम देखने वालों को। किन्नैड कॉलेज की खूबसूरत क्रिकेट ग्राउंड से खुशामदीद कहते हैं। किन्नैड इंटर क्लब टूर्नामेंट का जो एक हाई पूरी दुनिया में क्रिएट थी, उसका आज पहला ओपनिंग मैच है। खूबसूरत ओपनिंग सेरेमनी भी देखने को मिली। और अब उसके बाद सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ जो किन्नैड वर्सेस सागा का पहला मैच ओपनिंग मैच है, उसके लिए टॉस के लिए ऑफिशियल और मैच रेफरी हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं। मैच रेफरी बताएंगे हु गोना फ्लिप द कॉइन, हु गोना कॉल। किन्नैड फ्रिया कैप्टन किन्नैड, उनको वो फ्लिप करेंगी। और बख्तावर जो कैप्टन सागा, उन्होंने कॉल की एंड इट्स अ टेल्स। मेरे पूछने से पहले ही सर आप इधर आ जाए, मेरे पूछने से पहले आपने कहा बैट करेंगे, होम ग्राउंड का फायदा
जी।
कोई खास वजह आपने सागा की टीम को हुआ या आपने स्टेट में प्लान किया हुआ था?
नहीं, हमने प्लान भी किया हुआ, वैसे हमने खेला भी हुआ दूसरे के साथ, प्रैक्टिस मैचेस भी, टूर्नामेंट्स में भी।
तो एक मुझे बताइए किस बारे में कि आपका जो प्लान है बैट पहले करने का, आपने किया हुआ सागा को देना चाहते हैं?
हाँ, मैं इंशाल्लाह कोशिश यही करेंगे कि 160 170 तक जाएं, क्योंकि इनकी टीम भी अच्छी है। और आपने जिस तरह देखा है कि बैटिंग ट्रैक है और धूप भी निकली हुई है, कोई बहुत इतना स्पिन भी नहीं होगा। बैट पे आएगा तो हम इंशाल्लाह ज़रा लंबा टारगेट देंगे।
तो आपने जो बात की,
हाँ जी, पहले डिसाइड किया था कि हम पहले बैटिंग करेंगे ताकि हमारे बैट्समैन की प्रैक्टिस हो जाए और हम डिफेंस भी।
चले, ऑल द बेस्ट एंड फ्री है, आज बड़ा स्कोर देखने को मिलेगा
इंशाल्लाह।
थैंक यू वेलकम। बख्तावर आइए हमारे पास। बख्तावर बताइए अगर आप टॉस जीते तो क्या करते हैं?
मेरा भी प्लान बैटिंग का ही था, लेकिन नो प्रॉब्लम, टॉस जो है वो हमारे हाथ में नहीं है। तो अब इंशाल्लाह कोशिश करेंगे कि उन्हें कम से कम टारगेट में पकड़ें ताकि उसे चेस कर सकें।
अभी मुझे एक बात बताइएगा, हमारे कैमरे की तरफ आके देखें कि अगर उन्हें हमें 160 का टारगेट क्या है, तो आपके क्या ज़हन में प्लान है कि 140 120?
प्लान तो यही होगा कम से कम पे उन्हें रोकें 120 130 तक। और अगर 160 हो भी जाता है नो प्रॉब्लम, अब बैटिंग ट्रैक है तो इंशाल्लाह उसके भी चेस कर लेंगे।
और आप एक अच्छे ऑलराउंडर के लिए जानी जाती हैं, आपका पूरे पाकिस्तान में एक नाम है, तो आप नया बॉल करना देखा जाएगा आपकी तरफ से?
हाँ जी, बिल्कुल, मेरा प्लान यही है ज़रूर उसको। उसके अलावा जो है अकॉर्डिंगली देखेंगे कि क्या होता है, फिर उसी हिसाब से।
ऑल द बेस्ट।
थैंक यू
जनाब, यहाँ सेंटर से खबर दिया किन्नैड की कप्तान फरिया ने टॉस जीता। उन्होंने कहा पहले बैटिंग करेंगे और साथ उन्होंने कहा जी कि 160 तक का वो टारगेट देखेंगे जो सागा को देंगे। जैसे ही लाइव होगा आपको कमेंट्री बॉक्स में दबा लिए चलेंगे। थैंक यू वेरी मच। उनको लाइव हम दे रहे हैं। आपने कर लिए फारिग हो गए, मैं और हमारा तो आपके साथ मिलने आते टूर्नामेंट के बारे में। उन्होंने मुझे कहा कि जल्दी साहब आ रहे हैं, बढ़िया करना मतलब आपका सोच रेट पर हाजिर हो रहा है। यही पानी वो तो मैं तो ब्रॉडकास्टर हूं, मैं तो लाइव सर्विस कर रहा हूं। क्रिकलैब की देंगे सर, क्रिकलैब कंपाउंड में नहीं, उसका कोई बात नहीं, उनको आप भी दिया करो ना, आप बता देते हैं उनको बैठते हैं तो वो मैं कह देता हूँ उसको, लेकिन टूर्नामेंट में नहीं दे बुलाएंगे। ये तो मुझे नहीं, वो तो मुझे आप बताएं ना, ये कैसे नहीं गया कहाँ तो नहीं ऐसे ही बना के जेड़े आप ही बना रहे हैं थोड़ा कुछ वो फिर मुझे बांटी दो यार, मुझे बांटी दो यार, मुझे आपकी दुखी है ख्याल रखें तो बॉल के दे वो बॉल में बॉल की बंद कर
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're joining you live from Kinnaird College, Women University, Lahore, for the Kinnaird T20 cricket tournament. It's a beautiful day, the weather is amazing, and what a lovely time to enjoy T20 game of cricket. It's day one of the tournament today. We have two teams here, Kinnaird Stars led by Fariha Mahmood, and the other team is Saga Cricket Club led by Bakhtavar Iqbal. Kinnaird Stars won the toss and they have chose to bat first. Fariha Mahmood is on the non-strikers end, the captain of the team. Sadaf Shams is going to face, she's on strike. Bakhtavar Iqbal, the captain of Saga Cricket Club, is going to bowl the first over. The weather is amazing, the air is, wind is blowing, there's a cool breeze, and it's a beautiful day. Not too hot, not too cold, just the right weather to enjoy a wonderful game of cricket. We're looking forward to this match. In partnership with our out to begin. Bakhtavar Iqbal getting ready to bowl his first over. The batsmen taking their guard. The fielders are ready.
Team सारी ऐड
Looking forward to a wonderful game of cricket today. Sadaf is ready to face the first ball, and here goes Bakhtavar. And that's a good delivery, and it could have been a wicket on the first ball, but unfortunately the player dropped the catch on the point. Second delivery, but no runs off of this ball. So that's a good start by Bakhtavar. She's dominating Sadaf. Two deliveries and so far no runs. Another good delivery and dot ball. That's the kind of start you want to have in T20 cricket. It's a 2020 format, and The batsmen, although they want to find gaps and score as many runs as possible, but the bowlers, they need to limit batsmen to as much as possible, and that's what Bakhtawar is doing right now. One run so far, and Fariha is now on strike, taking her guard. The fielders will have to do their best now. It's a lefty-righty combination, a very ideal combination of batswomen going on here. They'll have to change field after every run. Bakhtawar ready to bowl the next delivery, and here she goes. Oh, and that's a beautiful delivery, and very well defended by Fariha. Bakhtawar looking very in control of her ball. She's a very experienced bowler, and she's definitely showing her experience here right now. Attack with the spinner is not what we usually see, but since the formats are changing, cricket is getting really fast. You just need to aim to get as many runs as possible, whereas the bowling side, they try their best to take as many wickets as possible. So that's what their attack shows us, attacking with the spinner. And it was a good choice at the end of the first over. Only one run so far from the over, so Bakhtawar did a great job with the ball. Fielders changing their positions. Saga, fast bowler. She's here to bowl her next over. Counting her steps for her run-up. Sadaf will be facing. And let's see what Saga can bring up for her team. The captain is setting the field according to the players, and let's see what happens in this over. Here's the first ball, and that's a beautiful ball and well played by Sadaf, but fielded by the fielder on the boundary. A good start for Saga as well. Changing the field again for Fariha. She's a lefty batswoman. So the fielders, they need to keep that in mind, that they need to change with every run. Here goes the next delivery, and that's a wide delivery signal by the umpire. Fariha did not try to intervene, because if it's a wide ball, you're getting a run. It's an extra benefit added for the team, so she just left the ball. And Saga is now going to bowl her third delivery. And here she goes. And that's a good delivery. That's a really good delivery and well defended by Fariha. Play towards the onside, and the batswomen, they're defending well, and the bowlers, they have had an amazing start. That's the kind of start you want to dominate the batting side. Even though the Kinnaird Stars have a huge batting line, they have so many stars in their team, but the pressure is on them. That's a great start, and that's a beautiful shot played by Fariha through the point region for a 4, making the right use of the ball, just the right timing, and smashed. That's a beautiful shot. Pressure is relieved from the batting side. As I was talking about, the good bowling start. The pressure it could have put on the batswoman, but Fariha, she looks like she's very in control. She's taking no pressure at all, and another good delivery and a dot delivery. No runs off of this ball, but it's going good for both the sides right now. The ground is looking very lively. The teams are cheering on one another in the field, and it's a beautiful scene. I'm sure the crowd is having fun as well. That's a wide ball, but the keeper managed to stop it well. Bakhtawar provided a very good start for the team, and Sabah did well for her first two deliveries, and I think now she is struggling a little, and it might not be a good sign for the bowling side, but let's see what is next. And that's smashed by Fariha towards the boundary. The fielder couldn't stop it, making good use of the ball. Timed it well to the onside, and for a 4. So far there have been 2 boundaries off of this over, and there are still deliveries left. The pressure that Bakhtawar created on the batting side has now been lifted, and I think now the pressure has shifted from Kinnaird Stars to Saga Cricket Club. That's looking a little weird for the bowling side at the moment. That's another well-timed shot, but beautiful fielding by the fielder at the point. If the fielder was a little late, the ball would have rushed to the boundary, but she managed to save 3 extra runs, and this is going to benefit the team in the end. You want to save as many runs as possible. So at the end of 2 overs, with the loss of no wicket, it's 13 runs. That's a decent start for the batting side. They were looking a little under pressure in the start, but Sabah, an expensive over, and now the pressure is shifted on the bowling side, because you need to restrict the batting side, the target, as much as possible, and wide deliveries and boundaries may not be very ideal for that situation. So Bakhtawar is going to try and use all of her experience, like she is, to deliver a good spell for her team. That was a good delivery as well. Fariha managed to defend herself well. And a dot ball. A dot ball is like a death ball for the batswomen at this point, because it's a limited over format. You need to make use of each ball as much as you can, but Bakhtawar, it's not easy to hit her. Like I said, she's very experienced, a seasoned bowler, so she knows how to trap the batswoman, and she's doing her best at that. Another flighted delivery. Fariha managed to defend it, and it's been 3 deliveries so far and no runs. Bakhtawar is definitely bowling well and compensating for the last over, which was rather an expensive one by Sabah. Another delivery, but straight to the fielder, and no run again. A very good over so far. No runs of 4 deliveries. She's a off-break bowler, but she's using the new ball, and new ball, when a spinner delivers a new ball, usually they aim for a skit, and that's a very dangerous ball, and that's what Bakhtawar is doing. Flight deliveries, skit balls, and a maiden over. That's a huge deal in T20 cricket. That's a wonderful job done by the captain. Maiden over in T20 cricket it's not easy. Fariha might think about it now. It was a captain versus captain contest, but I think Bakhtawar managed to win this one. So that's going to be the start of the 4th over, and Sabah is back with the ball. The umpire is asking the keeper to make sure the ball does not hit the helmet, otherwise that's going to be penalized. And the first delivery played by Sadaf towards square leg, and 1 run off of the delivery. Fariha is back on strike again. So far it's a partnership for 12 runs on 19 balls, and Fariha has faced 14 balls and scored 9 runs, whereas Sadaf is at 3 runs from 5 balls. The captain is setting the field. The fielders might have trouble remembering their places, but they should, as it's a lefty-righty combination. They need to change after every run, so they need to remember their places. Sabah ready to bowl the next delivery, and that's a shot. Oh, and that has been dropped by fielder at the mid-wicket. She's very disappointed. That's going to be very expensive. It was straight in the hands of the fielder, and it was an easy catch, not a very difficult one either. As we all know, catches win matches. If you drop such catches, you're not going to get anywhere. It's going to be very costly for the bowling side. But Fariha, she got another chance, so she has been lucky with that, but the captain of the bowling side, she is very disappointed with that, because we don't get such chances again and again. And that was another leg by delivery. The keeper left the ball, but still managed to get 1 run off of the ball. And Sabah is going to bowl her 3rd delivery, and no run off of this delivery. Fariha is trying her best to find gaps and hit the ball hard, but it seems like she's not quite getting there. She's trying her best, but it's been the 4th over already, and you don't have a lot of overs to get yourself set on the pitch. You need to make runs ASAP. But that's another wide delivery by Sabah. If the bowler is doing a good job in restricting the batswomen, they should really focus on their line and length as well, because if there's there's one dot ball and the next ball is a wide, so that's just an extra delivery and added score to the scoreboard. So that's not an ideal situation. That's another good delivery played by Fariha for a single. That's good running between the wicket, and Sadaf is on strike again. So far we've had only one wide in this over, but again it's an extra delivery, so that's not the ideal situation. But another, that's a wide ball. It has been signaled by the umpire. The keeper, she seems to be a little flustered today because that's a third ball that she has missed. If it's a wide delivery already and then if the keeper misses the ball, it goes for a 4, because a fast bowler, they have a lot of pace. So, you know, instead of 1 run, it's 4 more added runs. So Sadaf did not have to do a lot for it, but she got 5 runs on the scoreboard. So that's not a very ideal situation. 2 extra deliveries of the over because of wide, but managed to deliver a dot ball this time. So it was a single, one leg by a wide delivery, a single, and then a wide and a 4, but then a dot ball at the end. So that's decent as compared to her last over, but still very costly. Sabah will need to work on her line length a little more if she wants to get a breakthrough. So at the end of 4 overs, Kinnaird Stars are at a score of 23 without any loss. So that's a good start, a decent start, I would say. No loss of wickets, and one thing Bakhtawar might be frustrated about, that she's trying to limit the batswomen as much as possible and doing a great job with that, but Sabah cannot seem to find her line and length really well. So whatever Bakhtawar does, it's not going to work unless both the bowlers deliver a good spell. So far in 2 overs, Bakhtawar has only conceded 1 run, and that's amazing. The current run rate is at 5.52. It's power play time, but the batswomen are well, and that's a direct throw by Bakhtawar, and a little miscommunication between Fariha and Sadaf. Fariha called for a no, but Sadaf, she just ran already, and Bakhtawar, she took great advantage of that miscommunication, and without wasting a second, she threw the ball, and her aim was just perfect. Before Sadaf could reach home, she threw the ball and it just hit the stump. So that's a good breakthrough by Bakhtawar. She's definitely doing her job as the captain. Sadaf would be disappointed. She has gone for 3 on 7 deliveries. And the new batswoman in is Natalia Pervez. Such miscommunications can be very costly for the team. They should avoid doing that, because It just resulted in a run out, which is very beneficial for the bowling side though. That's the breakthrough they were looking for. So that's 1 wicket down for Kinnaird Stars now. And that's another good delivery. Fariha did not want to intervene with that. And at 4.3 overs, Kinnaird Stars are at 23 with a loss of 1 wicket. That's another great delivery and a huge appeal, but the umpire signaled in a not out. That's well kept by the keeper as well. And Fariha trouble facing Bakhtawar. Bakhtawar has a lot of variety. She has a lot of break as well, so she's making good use of her versatility, and she's not letting Fariha get set on the pitch. Fariha is just trying her best to defend as much as she can, and Bakhtawar is just dominating Fariha. So that's 1 delivery to go from the over, and that's another dot ball. A very, very good over. Very good bowling with no run, a maiden and a wicket. She's bowled 3 overs and she's only conceded 1 run in 3 overs. And she has had a run out as well. So that's amazing for the bowling side. The batting side might be in a lot of pressure, but let's see what Natalia does. Saga is back again. Bakhtawar is choosing to keep her this time as well to bowl her 3rd over. Natalia Pervez, she has represented Pakistan once, and she is a very good slogger, a very good timer of the ball, and she's very aggressive. In the last match that she played, which was also live streamed on Crickslab, she managed to play a wonderful innings of 90 plus runs. So let's see what she does. Oh, and that's flicked towards fine leg, and fielder missed the ball. Like I said, Natalia Pervez, she's a great timer of the ball. She's a slogger, and her first delivery, and she just flicked it towards the fine leg and managed to get 4 runs. Saga needs to make sure that her line length is correct so that she can bowl a good over. That's a very good start for Natalia. And that's a no ball signaled by the umpire, and good running between the wickets as well. So that's 2 runs off the delivery. Just when we were talking about how Saga should be cautious of her line length, it's a no ball now. But Bakhtawar, she is not happy with the decision. She's talking to the umpire. She seems very unsatisfied with the decision. It seems almost as she's telling the umpire that it was not a no ball. But the no ball has been given, and Fariha will try her best to make use of this ball, and smashed it as hard as she could towards the onside, but just for a single this time. So that's a no ball, well defended. They couldn't get a 6 or 4 out of it, just a single. So Natalia is on strike again. So far there has been 7 runs of just 3 deliveries. That's a good delivery, but a bottom edge by Natalia Pervez. Sabah has been quite expensive for Saga. She Natalia on strike, Sabah to bowl her 4th delivery, and that's very well stopped by Sabah. That was well defended by Natalia and equally well defended by Sabah as well. But Natalia, she's not disturbed or bothered by Dot's balls at all. She knows what ball to utilize and what ball to defend. And that is the kind of mindset that you need to play T20 innings. Oh, that's another huge shot that has been smashed out for a sixer. And like we were just talking, that Natalia really knows how to make use of the ball. She's an excellent timer of the ball, and 2 dots ball didn't bother her at all because she knew that she can have some huge strokes to hit. So she made use of it, and a smashing shot. It's gone long outside of the boundary, but Bakhtavar, she's not very happy with that, and rightfully so, because she manages to restrict them as much as she can. But Sabah, on the other hand, so far has been giving 2 boundaries per over, so that's not very ideal. And that's another smash by Natalia towards cover, but fielded by the fielder. So it was an expensive over yet again. A 4, a sixer, a no ball, and 2 singles. So just at 3 overs,